YN says, "Tae please, I will do whatever you said except this, it's so dirty I can't and I didn't even know about that." Taehyung says, "I will teach you how to take." YN shout, "No." Taehyung narrow his eyes on her and balance himself above her on his both elbows. YN says, "Please give me another option, I promise I won't refuse you." Taehyung sees her pleased face and thinks a little and says, "What will you instead of this, how about pole dance, which I gifted?" YN snap, "No way, where does this ridiculous thought come to your mind from?" Taehyung says with flirting voice, "Of course darling, just by seeing you my mind gets distracted and I feel like doing such things." Taehyung added, "I want you to do a pole dance but right now I have less time, that's why I will make you do a pole dance for me some other time. But for now you Taehyung says with eagerness, "Don't make me wait YN, you will regret." YN says, "Please I will, just close your eyes." As YN shaking her head in shock and covers her innocent eyes with her hands. But at the same time a knock is heard at the door as if Taehyung turns towards the door. Taehyung asks, "Who is it?" The manager replied, "Sir, I am the manager. I have brought your suit for the evening event party." After listening to the manager, when the Taehyung turns his face towards in on the bed, he sees that YN is not on the bed. She runs away from Taehyung's in fear and goes inside the bathroom and locks the door. Man spoiled my whole mood. Having said this, Taehyung gets up from the bed, wraps himself in a towel and goes to open the door. The manager gives the suit to Taehyung and says, "Sir, did you like our hotel management?" Taehyung stares at him and says, "Who the hell told you to decorate my room like this? I just asked you for a room." Manager went speechless. "Sir, I have heard that you are newly married. That is why I have decorated your room like a newly married couple, because you were going to stay overnight." After they both finish talking, Taehyung closes the door and comes back inside the room and goes towards the bathroom and knocks on the door and Taehyung says, "Baby, open the door please. I will not do anything. I am just having some fun with you. You were saying that you were joking." Taehyung says, "Baby, I was just showing you my abs, but you ran away earlier." YN says, "I know you very well. You wanted to punish me, right? You are a very dirty pervert person." Taehyung say, "Baby, please, I am sorry, please open the door. I will not do anything, I sure." YN says, "No, I don't trust you even a little." Says, "I mean fresh up, baby, I want to fresh up. I have a meeting in evening 8:30, and it's already 8 o'clock." YN says, "No, you are liar, I don't believe you." Taehyung says, "Baby, please believe me and open the door. I will not do anything." YN says directly says no to him, seeing her unwilling mind. Taehyung says, "YN, I am telling you for the last time, open the door yourself, or else if I open it then I will punish you in such a way that you can't even imagine." On hearing Taehyung's threat, YN gets more scared and starts thinking whether the gate will open or not, because if the gate opens then Taehyung can do anything to her, and if the gate does not open then Taehyung can still do a lot to her. YN says, "Why are you so bad?" Taehyung says, "I will be your good boy, baby, just open the door." And finally YN open the door and come out from the bathroom and sees Taehyung standing in front of her. She tries to get out from the side of the wall, but Taehyung places his hands on both sides of YN on the wall and cages her between his hands. Seeing Taehyung's action, YN comes into complete alert mode. She was looking at everywhere except Taehyung. Taehyung rise her chin up with his index finger to make her look at him. Before Taehyung do anything, YN protest against him. "You said you will not do anything." Taehyung chuckled softly, seeing her unwilling mind of protest against him. Taehyung mumbled, looking at Taehyung words. YN eyes widen and YN says, "A man is true to his words." Taehyung replied, "I'm a man of my word. Not yet, just I am keeping my mind occupied a little longer. I am sure you will break soon and badge me to outside the bathroom and calls out through the door. YN asks with concern, "Tae, what happened? Are you okay?" But he didn't reply because he was lost in his imagination. YN becomes worried when she does not receive any response from Taehyung and starts knocking loudly on the door. YN says, "Tae, what happened? Please open the door." Hearing YN's voice, Taehyung comes out of his imagination. Tae index finger towards the door. "You idiot, I am worried for you and you are cursing me, how can you do this?" Suddenly Taehyung opens the door and YN's finger touches Taehyung's chest. And YN's eyes remained wide open because Taehyung was completely wet and drops of water were dripping from his body. He had just put a towel on his waist. Taehyung coming towards her and YN backing off, but Taehyung holds her tiny waist and pulled her towards him and cage her between his hands on the wall and Taehyung says, "Will you not let me do anything with you even in my imagination?" YN asked nervously, "What imagination? I thought you were in pain." Taehyung reply while holding her right YN asks to divert Taehyung's attention, "You were saying that you have to attend a meeting at 8:30. There are only 15 minutes left for 8:30. You are not getting late now." Taehyung says with smirk, "It is not my problem, cutie pie. If I am late for the meeting, I will continue with you what we both had stopped in between." YN snap, "No way, I will get you ready in 2 minutes, don't even think of continuing what you were doing." After some time, YN makes Taehyung completely ready for the meeting and says, "You are completely ready for the meeting, you can go." Taehyung says holding her waist, "Not yet, give me kiss first." YN says, "No." Taehyung's smiling face turns sad after hearing YN's, "No." Taehyung does not say anything to YN and starts walking towards the door to go to the meeting, but YN seeing his sad face stops him and YN says with pout, "Okay, do whatever you want to do, but don't go to the meeting with such a sad face." After listening to YN, Taehyung stops, turns towards her and starts moving towards her. Seeing Taehyung coming towards her, YN freezes in her place and closes her eyes tightly because she knew that YN starts biting her lower lips while mumbling, "Please, please, please, gentle. I can't breathe." Taehyung cups her face with both plum and chuckled hearing her mumble and kiss her forehead, showing her that he is not only with her physically but emotionally too, caring for her, worry for her, showing her love for her, and YN open her eyes in surprise. Taehyung says, "Don't be afraid of anything. You are completely safe here. You can call me anytime if you feel lonely or need anything. I will try to finish my meeting early and come back, okay? And don't open the door for anyone else. I will call you when I arrive, or I will come in with the keys, okay?" YN nodded her head and said, "Don't you worry, I will take care." Taehyung says, "Okay, you must be tired from today, so take some rest." And Taehyung went for his meeting. After saying this, Taehyung went for his meeting, leaving YN alone in hotel room. Time skip to 11:30. YN was alone in the room. Taehyung had told her that he would return soon after finishing the meeting, but it was already night. Taehyung had not even called her. YN was alone and she started overthinking, due to which she started having negative thoughts. Then YN starts remembering the girl whom YN had met during dinner. She also remembers the conversation between Taehyung and that girl. How the girl was asking Taehyung to meet her at night and Taehyung had also said yes to her to meet him. YN was worried. She wanted to sleep. She was tired but still could not able to sleep without Taehyung. That's why YN thinks of calling Taehyung and asking him when he will return. YN calls Taehyung, but Taehyung is not picking up the phone, due to which YN's nervousness increases even more. YN disconnects the call and calls again. YN says to herself, "He was boasting in front of me that if anything happens then call me, even if you are bored alone, and when I am calling him then he doesn't even get time to pick up my phone. This means that it was all just a show off. Now you see what I do, I will keep calling you until you pick up my call." In starts calling Taehyung repeatedly. Earlier Taehyung was not picking up YN's phone, but now Taehyung was directly cutting YN's call, which was showing Taehyung's phone is busy. But YN didn't stop and keep calling him. And finally Taehyung picks up her call, but before YN can shout at him, Taehyung shouts at her. "Taehyung, I am cutting the call, it means I am busy, don't you get that? Don't call me again. Before Taehyung could hang up, YN hears a girl's voice and Taehyung puts his phone back in his pocket, thinking that YN had hung up, but YN had not. Girl voice, ah Mr. Kim, be careful with your moves, it's hurting me, cut the call and focus on me. Taehyung, you should not have come so close to me, so it is not my fault if you are feeling hurt. Girl voice, Mr. Kim, what are you looking at me, pulls me up, I'm not able to move. Taehyung, okay, come on, hurry up. Girl voice, ah Mr. Kim, please gently, you are hurting me. Taehyung, okay. Girl, ah Mr. Kim, please slowly, it's hurting. Taehyung says with frustration, listen, I don't have whole day for you, so just do it or I leave. Girl, no please, I'm sorry, my legs hurt, seems like I can't walk. YN disconnects the call as she could not bear to listen to it any longer. YN's heart was shattered into pieces like lead after listening to the conversation between the girl and Taehyung. YN break down on bed, why Lord, why do you do this to me? Whenever I somehow convince my heart to trust Taehyung, why does it always break? YN's tears were not stopping, but YN repents her tears and says to herself, no, I cannot break down now, God is just helping me, in the end I was looking for a reason to go away from Taehyung, God has just given me a reason. I cheated Taehyung, but he is also cheating on me just to take revenge from me. Now there is nothing left between us to say or hear. After saying all this, YN leaves the hotel room without caring about the time because it was already midnight. After 15 minutes, Taehyung calls YN to ask why she called him and if she had any urgent work. But YN didn't pick up his call and Taehyung calls her again and again, but now her phone switch off. When YN was not picking up the phone, Taehyung got very worried and headed towards YN's room. After reaching to YN's room, Taehyung found that YN was not there. He checked the whole room, including the bathroom. Taehyung is devastated when he finds YN not in his room. Taehyung to himself, YN, where have you gone? Please pick up my phone. I am very worried about you. After the accident in our house, I am scared that someone might hurt you. I suspected that someone wanted to harm you. That's why I didn't leave you alone at home, so I asked you to stay with me in a hotel. Taehyung immediately comes out of the room and goes to the hotel lobby and starts asking all the staff about YN. Then one of the staff tells Taehyung that he saw YN leaving the hotel a while ago. On hearing the staff, Taehyung immediately leaves the hotel, takes out his car and goes to look for YN. He calls his house guard and YN's mother's house guard and asks if YN is there, but the guard said that YN had not come there either. Taehyung, YN, if you are not at home, then where are you? Where can you go without telling me? And your phone is also not reachable. YN, where are you? Are you in any trouble? No, I will not let this happen. I will not let any trouble come upon you. After saying this, Taehyung calls the police station and asks them to lodge a complaint about YN's disappearance and also issues an alert in the entire city to find YN. Taehyung asked a policeman in call, after all, what are you people doing? I have lodged a complaint for so many days about the thief who entered my house and tried to harm my wife. Till now you people have not been able to collect even a single evidence about the thief, and you people call yourself police officers. Police officer, Mr. Kim, try to control yourself. We understand your feelings. We will definitely try our best to find your wife. She must be somewhere around here. We will find her. It is 2 o'clock in the night and Taehyung is searching for YN like crazy everywhere, and the police also try their best to find in and check the CCTV footage of all the places. Then the police get a footage of YN from the CCTV footage where YN is standing at the airport. She buys a flight ticket at the airport and from there she goes back to some other place in a cab. The police inform Taehyung that YN has recently booked a flight ticket from the airport to go somewhere out of the country. Taehyung gets shocked after listening to the policeman. He could not believe what YN was doing suddenly. Then Taehyung gets a call from the guards of his house and he informs him that YN has just returned home. Hearing the guard's words, Taehyung takes a sigh of relief and tells the guard not to let YN go anywhere and to stop her at any cost until he comes to there. Taehyung immediately turns his car towards his house and leaves at full speed. In a short while, Taehyung reaches home and immediately runs inside the mansion and enters the house shouting Yn's name. Taehyung climbs the stairs and goes to his room and finally finds Yn in front of him. Taehyung cannot control himself and gets emotional and hugs Yn tightly. Taehyung, Yn, you almost took my life away. Where did you go without telling me? Don't even dare to do this again. He says while cupping her face, but Yn jerk off his hands immediately and push him away from herself and give him a hard slap on his right cheek. Yn says, don't even dare to touch me with your dirty hands. Taehyung jaw clenches in anger and frustration. Taehyung tries to control his anger, but he is unable to do so because he was frantically searching for Yn the whole night so that no one can harm her, and when he finds her, Yn slaps him. Taehyung, can I know the reason for this slap? And believe me Yn, if I don't like the reliable reason for this slap, then you cannot even imagine what I would do with you. Yn says, I don't owe you any explanation. After hearing Yn on the bed and says, why did you stop? I didn't tell you to stop. You were doing all this just to take revenge on me because I cheated you. Then just kill me and finish this all. Taehyung, I will kill you sure for what you have done today, but in my own way. Yn says, what you have done today is nothing compared to that. Taehyung says, really, may I know what I have done today? So that's why does my wife suddenly have to run away from the hotel room at midnight and take a flight from the airport to go somewhere? Yn says, don't act too innocent. Tae, I have heard it with my own ears when you were with that girl. You have done such a cheap and vile thing that I feel disgusted even talking about it. He narrow his eyes and ask, tell me clearly what you want to say. Yn push him away from herself and get up from bed and says while packing her luggage. Yn, just let me go. She picks up her luggage and starts walking towards the door. Closing parenthesis. Taehyung says, you are not in too much of a hurry to go away from me. Where do you want to go after all? Aren't you getting too desperate to go to Jimin that you have already booked a flight to London? On hearing Taehyung's words, Yn stops and looks angrily at Taehyung and says, Yn, yes, I am going to him. If you can do whatever you want, then why can't I? You have no right to stop me. Yn was about to step out of